Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
The Minnesota Department of Health is on the defensive tonight as state Republicans are criticizing the model for tracking the spread of the coronavirus. Today, the state defended its model and predicted that nearly 22,000 people will die. Valley News Team's Joshua Peguero attended the media briefing as Minnesota health officials say their model is a work in progress.
The state of Minnesota took a step towards being more transparent by releasing the model Friday they're using to make decisions on battling COVID-19. Models are what government officials use to track the disease and project where it is heading.
They are not about specific point-in-time estimates. They are about directional changes.
But amid all the social distance policies the state has enacted, including extending a stay-at-home order until May 4th, Governor Tim Walz is being criticized by the Senate Republican leader for his decision. The model Walz is relying on is a partnership between the University of Minnesota and the Department of Health.
We think we're farther along in the epidemic, number one, and number two, that we think there are many more infected patients out there than we have been estimating to be.
With businesses hurting in Minnesota, health officials say their model does not take into account the impact on the economy.
This is about the COVID-19 disease and how it progresses specifically. This is not a model that attempts to model out economic impacts or impacts on other health conditions.
The plan of action Minnesota has taken expects 22,000 people to die from COVID-19, and it does not plan on hitting its peak until July. To put that into perspective, since March 21st, 57 people have died in Minnesota. Health officials acknowledge their model is pessimistic. They also say this decision will extend the spread of the coronavirus well into the summer, but it will be at a lower rate and hopefully save more lives. Joshua Peguero, Valley News Live.
We've filed an open records request for projections and data on the model, and they have not fulfilled our request. The body of a 35-year-old man and his 1-year-old daughter were found today inside the burned down home in Hillsboro. Adam Gettle's sister says that the two were found together inside the charred house with Gettle's daughter wrapped inside his arms. Yesterday, Trail County investigators indicated they were searching for the two. Gettle's sister says that they're thinking of waiting until after the coronavirus pandemic to hold a memorial service. A missing Fargo man has been found dead in Richland County. Authorities found his abandoned vehicle northwest of Wyndmere on a prairie trail. The vehicle was registered to the man who Fargo police reported missing on March 27th. The man's body was found a quarter of a mile from his vehicle. His name has not been released, and an autopsy will determine the cause of death. Once the sun popped out, temps are pretty good today, and we better enjoy them while they're here. Hutch is here with our first alert look at our Friday night weather planner. Hutch?
Mike's keeping some changes taking place as we head into the evening hours. As we look off to the east, we're seeing some clouds building in. Now, up to the north, we have some showers up north of Winnipeg. So, moral of the story, get out and enjoy your Friday night. Temperatures are as warm as we've been for the majority of our week, and they'll be warmer than anything that we experience this weekend because this cold front will be moving southward as we go through the nighttime hours. So get out and enjoy those 40s. This evening in Fargo, we'll dip into the 30s with a light south breeze. And in Grand Forks, look at the water coming up on the dike there. It will be in the 30s at 10 o'clock tonight. And the coldest of the air does not begin arriving until later tomorrow. But I'll have hour-by-hour details on that here and the rest of your weekend outlook for your Easter Sunday here in just a moment.
All right, look forward to that. Thanks. Hey, take it easy out there if you're driving. Ditches can be full of water. A roughly 25-mile stretch of Interstate 29 is closed due to flooding. It's closed in both directions from the Manville exit 152 to Grafton exit 176. And that's where we find Valley News Team's Courtney Lockey with the very latest on what's happening up there. Courtney, what's it like?
Mike, it's not unusual for us to be seeing this kind of flooding during the spring. I'm just off of I-29, like you said, at the Manville exit because that's as far as we could go. The stretch of interstate that you're seeing behind me is closed down for about 25 miles all the way to the Grafton exit. Now, despite officials' best efforts, they couldn't keep a lane open. They say the water on the road isn't actually all that deep. In fact, right where they closed the interstate, there isn't any water on the road at all. But as you see, the ditches are plumb full. A man I spoke with says about 5 miles north of here is where you'd start to see that water coming onto the road. The water is coming from the Red River at Oslo. It's peaked at 38 feet right now, and we're expecting it to stay there until Monday morning. Over the course of next week, however, we are expecting that number to drop by about a foot, and officials are saying they hope to see this stretch of interstate open back up sometime mid to late next week. Live in Manville, Courtney Lockie, Valley News Live.
And we'll have more on the flooding up north in that part of the valley tonight on Valley News Live 10 at 10. Thanks, Courtney. Another person has died in North Dakota with COVID-19, bringing the total now to 7. Governor Doug Burgum said today that it was a woman in her 70s who had underlying health issues and got it through community spread. The latest numbers indicate that there are 278 positive cases currently. That includes 9 more than yesterday. 36 people remain hospitalized. 105 people have recovered. Overall, 9,608 people have been tested. 9,330 of those were negative. Updated numbers in Minnesota show nearly 100 more confirmed cases overnight. The State Department of Health is reporting a total number of confirmed cases at 1,336. Clay County now has 29 cases. Wilkin and Beltrami counties each have 5. They are also reporting 7 new deaths, bringing the state's total up to 57. 143 people are currently being hospitalized, 64 of them in ICU. 732 patients no longer need to be isolated. One confirmed case of COVID-19 has been identified at Eventide in Fargo. Spokesperson says staff members that interacted with the resident have been sent to a home to self-quarantine for 14 days. Each of Eventide's locations are closed to visitors and residents, as well as staff being screened for symptoms every day. President Donald Trump says he won't hurry to reopen the economy at the expense of the nation's health. But the president did say that he'll meet with a task force next week, formed specifically to get the economy going again. Public health leaders say social distancing is beginning to generate positive trends against the spread of the virus, though we haven't yet reached the peak of infections.
We're going to go back to work and we're going to stay healthy. And staying healthy is also a proportion. If you look at what we're doing, we're looking at a date. We hope we're going to be able to fulfill a certain date, but we're not doing anything until we know that this country is going to be healthy. We don't want to go back and start doing it over again, even though it would be in a smaller scale.
Health leaders are stressing that it is no time to roll back the mitigation efforts Americans are enduring. The sunshine and snow melt have some of us a bit more sniffly and scratchy these days. Sanford and Essentia hospitals say that they've had quite a few patients calling in to make sure their allergy symptoms really aren't COVID-19. Local experts say that there's a few symptoms that will help you tell the difference.
Obviously, number one is a fever. When you have fever accompanied by cough and chest tightness, definitely you should be checked for COVID-19.
Eng adds that it's important to start talking or taking your allergy medication now, not only to put you out of your misery, but it also makes you harder a target for germs and viruses. We're so happy to report that we're already starting to get A+2U shout-outs. If you're a teacher, a student, even a parent of a student, we here at Valley News Live want you to take part. Now record and send us a short video, no more than 15 seconds. Make it a message to your teacher, to your classmates, to your students. We're going to feature them on Valley News Live at 5, 5:30, and also 6 o'clock. Videos can be uploaded by going to Valley News Live. Click on the Upload Photo link on the right-hand side of your screen, and then click on the Add to Your Media to the A+2U link. One more thing. When you record yours, turn your phone this way, not this way, this way. It's called landscape. Then your smiling video will fill out the whole TV screen. In fact, shoot that way all the time. Later on Valley News Live at 6, Costco is doing something special for healthcare workers.
Friday, we warmed up a bit across the valley and our water rising in Red River, mainly in our northern communities now, as rivers in the south are beginning their descent. We'll have details on how long we stay warm right after this.